Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Oblong Polka Dots and my name is Kerr, and on this channel we talk about makeup, skincare, and beauty. So if that's something you're into, you've come to the right place. Today we have the Luster palette from Alter Ego. This is what the box looks like, and this is what the palette looks like. And the palette does come with a mirror. Oops, take that off. And these are the colors. All right, so I've used Alter Ego's formula before. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this palette, but the goal is to use like two colors. I typically do my shadow in a gradient where it's from lightest to darkest. So let's prep the eye first. Grab my mirror. Got all my stuff here. And let's see. How are you guys? I hope all is well. Let's see. I have my Essence Prime Like a Boss eyeshadow base. I talk about this in probably every video where I'm doing any eyeshadow. So just know it is my absolute favorite. Ignore that pile over my shoulder. That's all stuff I need to haul and share with you guys. But this primer is amazing because it really does prevent your shadow from creasing and it keeps it on all day long. Don't freak out when you first use it though, because it does have an oily texture, but I promise you it will dry down to a beautiful tacky finish. So just throw some of that on there, let that dry a little bit. And since I've used Alter Ego's formula before, I'm trusting that I'm not going to have a lot of fallout. So I'm going to go in with my color corrector. This one's from Milani. It's an under eye brightener, Conceal and Perfect number 4 in Nectar. You've seen this many times now, and I do love the formula. It's the packaging that is an absolute train wreck. It gets so messy, but the formula is beautiful. So we're going to look past the packaging for that reason. And we're just putting this on underneath the eyes to counteract some of that gray, which, you know, it's hereditary. The dark circles under my eyes, completely normal. However, I don't necessarily want it peeking through my concealer. So we're just going to slap some of that on there. And then let's grab a little brush. Oh no, actually, let's get a sponge. I really do prefer to work with a sponge. However, I'm trying to reuse my other sponges rather than these little wedges because I know that the other ones last longer, which is better for the environment. But old habits die hard, so working on it, guys. All right, so we're going to let that sit there for a second. And then let's also put on top of it some of this Lancome Tainted Old Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. I have mine in the shade 470. We're going to let that hang out underneath the eye and get tacky. Just like that. Also, we have the, let's see, I think I'm going to go with the Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Soft Matte Primer. I'm only going to put this in the places where I normally get really oily. Love this primer. When I first bought it, I did not much care for it at all, but I like it now. It's bae now. Do kids still say that? Do they still say bae? Did I just age myself? There we go. Let that soak in a little bit. Okay, so for the eyes, let's grab a flat brush. I have one right here. And I'm going to go in to begin with, let's go with this color right here. It's in the shade Mystic. Yeah, Mystic. This one right here. We're not going for an overcomplicated look here, guys. We're just going to try the palette out and see what's going on, see what it do. We're going to put this all over the lid. We're just packing on the color. Something to neutralize the lid so that we can put another color on top of it. This is pretty. There's not any fallout in the pan from what I'm seeing. Not a lot of kickback, I should say. And the formula is definitely just Alter Ego's standard formula. They have, not, if I had to give it a scale of like, you know, 1, 2, 3 for dryness, with 1 being creamier and 3 being super dry, I would put this smack dab in the middle at a 2. It's not super dry, but it's not creamy. It's somewhere in between those two. So creamy, like Lorac would be creamy. This is not that. Drier formula, closer to like Pat McGrath, would be more like that. So for my outer corner, I'm going to go with this deep shade here called Rare. This one right here. And we're going to use the same brush. And we're just going to push that in. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. I do like that. There we go. Just packing that on into the corner. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just going to pack that on into the corner as well. Here we go. I think we're going to put a little bit more, and that's probably enough. Okay. What do you think so far? I like it. This is really nice. What a beautiful palette, you guys. I'm so surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised, but I am. So for my lids, since we're going with this purple look, wow, what a surprise, I'm going to go with the Magnifique, which is this shade right here. I'm going to pop that on the mobile lid. We're going to leave a little bit of room for the inner corner. Same brush, you guys. We're going to go just like this. Just patting it right there onto the mobile lid. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I like it. It's very subtle. But I am going to work, so I don't really need to be like glowing to the gods or anything. Subtle is fine too. There we go. It's a nice transition. I hope it's picking up on camera. Just a really subtle shimmer. It's very elegant. If I had to use a word to describe it, this is an elegant palette. This is the palette that you reach for when you're going to like a formal event, like a dinner or something, you know, for work. Very nice. Bueno. Okay. We're going to take this brush and put it away because we're done with it for now. We're going to grab this little fluffy brush we got here, and we're just going to blend up a little tiny bit. Just make sure that crease is blended out. Doesn't take much. Wow. Beautiful formula. Just divine. I have a small brush here, a little fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into my inner corner with this shade right here called Sacred. This nice sparkly one right here. And we're going to see what happens. It's a good topper. Definitely a topper shade. And it is sparkly. Right there in the inner corner. Alright, slow down, Kerr. Don't go crazy. Okay. Can you see it? I hope so. I can see it. Okay, let's grab our sponge, and we're gonna finish the work that we began right here. We let the concealer dry down a little bit and get nice and tacky so that we have a good concentration of pigment right there under the eye. I don't want to shear it out. I want it to be a fuller coverage. So that's why we let the concealer dry. The drier you let it get, the fuller the coverage is going to be, because the pigment's not going to move around on your face. If you want it to be sheerer, then begin to blend it out sooner, right? There we go. Very skin-like. Okay, so for the face, I'm going to grab this. Am I tripping? Oh, this Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. This is in the shade 3N54 if we are skin twins. Parenthesis Y463. I think the parenthesis represents the old shade name. I just put about a pump and a quarter or a pump and a third on the back of my hand. I'm going to grab that same sponge, and we're just going to deposit this in all the places that we want some foundation to go. You're just going to blend it in with the sponge. Go. You guys, this is me dropping stuff already. Can we just not with that, Kerr? That'd be great. Oh, there we go. That's better. I love this foundation. It's so skin-like. Literally, whenever I wear it, I get compliments on my skin. No one ever realizes that I'm wearing a foundation. It's wild. But it's also a testament to the match and the undertone, right? If you're wearing a foundation and someone says, "Oh, I really like that makeup," it doesn't mean that it's not nice. It just means that clearly it's makeup. Whereas if you're wearing a foundation and someone says your skin looks really good, that's an indication that it's a really good foundation with a great undertone and a great match. There we go. Enough chit-chatting, you guys. Let's get going here. For my under eye, I want to set it with the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection powder in the shade Deep. I'm still learning to love this powder, you guys. It's just like, not there yet. We're not there yet. I'm trying though. It's supposed to be blurring, and I feel like it does that, but there is something about this powder. I cannot put my finger on it. And maybe it's just like me. It's probably just me, but I feel like the undertone for Deep could be a little bit warmer. Just a little bit. It is blurring. Can you see that? But I feel like it's also quite gray. It's a cooler tone. That's got to be what it is. And I'm not used to working with a cool tone. So that's why I'm just trying to get used to it. It's like, stop complaining. Stop complaining. No one wants to hear all that. So for my setting powder, I'm going to go in with this Ruby Kisses Flawless Rub Proof setting powder. This stuff is so, oh my gosh. I got to be careful with this stuff, you guys, because it really be out here having me casket ready. Like, and a little bit goes a long, long ways. Just a tiny little bit. You don't need a lot. Emphasis. You don't need a lot. We're just going to make sure to lay this down in all the places where I get really oily, and then disperse the rest. There we go. That's good. Okay. Just putting stuff away as I go along so we don't have a big mess out here. For my next trick, I have some Mented bronzer. This is in the shade Vacay. Just gonna pop that on real quick. Come on. Come on. Pop a little brush right here. And we're just going over the perimeter. Okay. Got that number 3 going. Can you see that? Right there, number 3. Still getting into the habit of bronzing, you guys, so I may go a little overboard. I may go a little underboard too. I don't know. We're going to see. For my finishing powder, I have the Black Radiance Soft Focus Finishing Powder in the shade Golden Almond. And we're just going to use a little bit of this to warm the face back up slightly. Get rid of a little bit of that cast from the Ruby Kisses. It's on here. Honestly. Trying not to disturb too much of what we just laid down. Like this. And then for my blush, I've been obsessed with the same blush. You guys have seen it multiple times. It is the Morena Beauté Terre Rouge. Morena Beauté is an Afro-Swedish brand. This is what the blush looks like. It's just so pretty. It's very difficult not to use. It's just beautiful. So we're going to use a little bit of this. Right up underneath the eye. Going for that more ethereal look. Super glowy. Love it. Here for it. Let's put that away. And what else do we need? I don't know. What else do we need? I think that's it for the face. So let's spray it out, shall we? I have literally, like, I don't even know, like, not much. Actually, you know, hold on. I'm going to mirror the top and the bottom just because I feel like it's looking kind of plain. We're going to take a little flat brush here. We're just going to tidy this up a bit and tie these two together. That's better. I always feel a little bit like I skipped a step when I don't mirror the shadow of the top with the bottom. And although it doesn't look bad, I just feel like there's something missing. You know what I mean? There we go. I prefer to mirror the top with the bottom. Okay, and then also, while we're here, let's put that down. Over here. What am I missing, guys? Oh, I was going to do my brows. And my brows are already tattooed for those who are new to my channel, but every once in a while, not often, I will fill them in. So we're just going to add a little something here. Nothing too serious. Just a couple of little sparse places on my brow. I need to go back and get those touched up. It's been a couple years. And then this is the MAC brow brush in the shade Spiked. It is the only brow brush or brow stick that I use. I've tried a million other ones, but I always go back to this one from MAC because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, just something to tidy up the brows a little bit, nothing serious. Let's see. For my spray, I have the one size from Patrick Star, and I don't know if you can hear that, but there is very little left. Like many of you, I'm waiting for a restock because every time I go to the website, there's nothing there. I also have the Milani Cherry Make It Last Cherry Scented Setting Spray. Between the Patrick Star, if you are sensitive to like hairspray, don't bother. That stuff is strong. And likewise, if you're sensitive to scents, these are strong too. But between the two of them, my makeup will not budge for the day. So, you know, there's that. So for my liner, I'm using Urban Decay Demolition. No surprise there. If you've been to my, if you've been to my channel before, you've seen this 1,000 times. It's my favorite liner from Urban Decay. We're just going to line the waterline. Just like that. And I don't normally line my lower lash line, but today I feel like I want to. And it's also going to be another Urban Decay pencil. This one is in the shade Love Drug. And we're just going to line right here. What time is it? Okay, thank you. That's my son, you guys. My little guy. My little baby cakes. He's not little, he's 12. But he's my little guy. And always will be. Let's add a little more up here. Just above the lash. Yes, I'm loving it, you guys. Loving it. All right, let's wrap it up, shall we? I have some Monsieur Big mascara from Lancôme. I'm going to put that on. Ignore my stomach. I'm hungry. I do fast. I've lost 25 pounds doing the 16-8 and walking 2 miles a day. I watch what I eat, kind of. Sort of. I'm trying, but it's a journey. It's a marathon, not a race. There we go. I love this mascara. I feel like such a princess when I use it. It just makes my lashes look so long. Look at that. That's wild to me. I don't even know, like, what do they put in here to make that happen? And it dries quickly. So if you have long lashes, just make sure that you put the mascara on by looking down, and you should be good to go. By the time you look back up, it'll be dry. The only complaint I have for these is the bottom. it's not easy without making a mess. So you have to be careful. What I've discovered is that instead of going down, it's easier to just go like back and forth, like a toothbrush. And that's enough to like coat your lashes. And again, it dries really quickly. This stuff is definitely worth the purchase. I really love it. So if you're looking for a higher end mascara, I recommend this one. This one in the, there's another one from Lancome that's really good. And then there's one from Dior. It's called Dior Show. That one's good too. For the lips, we are going to go with something. Let's just go neutral, shall we? I think I have, here it is. This is NYX liner in the shade brown. And let's finish it with a gloss. How about this one from Fenty? It is called Chocolate Bomb, I think. I can't read it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And there we go. That's it, you guys. That's the look. I love this palette. I love it. Oh, my head. Alter Ego has done it again, you guys. This palette is so, so pretty. I'm really, really glad that I bought it. It's gorgeous. Love it. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Anyways, thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate your time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.